Hi guys, this is Mahalakshmi from Melange of Words. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on green eyes and mauve lips. This is a very daytime and nighttime appropriate look and it's perfect for the holidays and festival times. With that said, let's get started. So first I'm going to be prepping my face with a moisturizer. I'm going to be using this one. This is Belif's The True Cream Aqua Bomb and it's a very good moisturizer. I got mine from Sephora and I've got a review up on this on my blog as well in case you're interested in checking that out. So I'm just dotting this all over my face and I'm going to be taking my time to pat this in onto my skin so that I have no dry patches left. This is a very good moisturizer. It is high-end, yes, but I think it's a product worth splurging on because a good moisturizer will ensure that your makeup goes on well, and even when you're not wearing makeup, your skin stays hydrated, supple, smooth, and doesn't just break under winter's harsh embrace. Anyhow, once I'm done with this, I'm going to be prepping my lips as well, and I'm going to be using this one. This is Smith's Rosebud Salve. Anyhow, I'm going to be using this as my lip balm today. My lips are very chapped and dry right now because of the, 1-degree weather outside. And I kind of need this right now. This is my savior. You can even use this as a highlighter. That's something so cool. It gives that blinding glow without picking up on your skin's texture. So, yay for multi-purpose. Now, after this, I'm going to be moving on to my eye makeup. Why I'm doing my eye makeup before my base makeup is because if there are any fallouts, I can brush it right off my face and then move on with the next steps. So, let's start with the eye makeup. I'm going to be using 2 eyeshadow products and no eyeshadow primer because that's how I roll. And this is the eyeshadow palette I'm using today. This is Milani Cosmetics Earthy Elements Everyday Eyeshadow Collection. And this is a very warm terracotta kind of eyeshadow palette. And I love this. It's perfect for creating everyday as well as dramatic makeup looks. I'm tucking my hair right behind my ears because I don't want it to get in the way of my makeup basically. And the first shade I'm going to be using is this warm brown shade here, this one, and this is a contour shade, so I'm going to be using this on my crease so that I can add some depth to my eyes. So I'm going to be doing just that, and I'm using the brush that comes with the eyeshadow palette because it's really good. I like Milani Cosmetics. Blending this carefully and blending this well so that it doesn't stand out stark on my lids. Like I've just painted on some color right there while it adds some beautiful depth. Now moving on to the next shade, I'm going to be using this terracotta orange shade right here. In case the camera doesn't pick it up, it's this one. And this is supposedly the lid shade, but I'm not going to be using this on my lid today. I'm going to be using it on the outer V of my eyes so that it adds some more dimension, because I'm going to be using a shimmery color all over my lid and I don't want that to be just looking very flat. So adding this to the outer V will bring in some more color as well as some more dimension. So moving on, next I'm going to be using the star of the show, the shimmery shade to be used on my lids, and it is this one. This is Colourpop Shock Shadow in the shade Moonwalk, which is like this. It is a green gold shade and it is so buttery, and I'm going to be using this all over my lids and close to my inner corners as well. I'm not going to be using a separate inner corner shade, just this one, because it's a dramatic shade in a way. What I love about this particular shadow is that it has a very wet finish. I don't know, I love that. It has a very editorial feel just because of the way it goes on the lids. I'm going to be building this up in layers. I don't want to just pack on one full layer. I want it to look blended, well thought out, well executed. So, and that's why I'm going to go in three to four layers maybe, just to build up the intensity. I'm using my index finger and I'm just patting it on my lid, not doing this, just patting it on my lids. I'm going to be doing the other eye as well, and I'll be right back. I'm wondering if you guys can see this. So I'm just gonna zoom in close to the camera. Please don't be scared. A warning, getting it right out there. Now I'm going to be drawing on my eyeliner, and I'm going to be doing both my eyeliner and the next step, which is the mascara, right off the camera because I'm quite nervous and I've not reached that level of expertise where I'm comfortable doing it on camera just yet. So I've drawn on my liner, and the one I used is this one. It's L'Oreal Infallible Super Slim Liner. It's the black one. And next I'm going to be using my mascara, which is this one. It's L'Oreal again. It's the Volume Million Lashes, and this one is bomb.com. It's really good. It lifts my lashes really well, lengthens them, adds a little bit of volume, but I think it's a length that is just amplified when using this one. So I'm going to be doing this one off camera as well, and I'll be back once again. I didn't do a winged eye or a cat eye because I tend to mess that up a lot, and I wanted this to be a goof proof. It adds some drama right there. It looks beautiful. Next, I'm going to be doing my base, and since I've already prepped it with this one, the Belif Aqua Bomb one, it also doubles up as a primer, which I love. That way I don't have to use an extra product. It moisturizes and primes in one go, which is perfect for a lazy person like me. So I'm going to be moving on to my base makeup, and I'm going to be using this one. It's E.L.F's BB cream, and I'm in the shade Nude. I'm a warm medium in terms of skin tone, and I'm going to be dotting this all over my face. I've got some dark spots, which I think I would be using a concealer on. I don't know if the camera picks that up, but yeah. I'm going to be using this beauty blender, which I got from Shopmissa, and it was just $1, and it's potent. Let me tell you, it does just as well as a Real Technique one. So I'm going to be using this to blend this and dab this right in. I love using this one because it's perfect for the winter time, especially when the skin tends to get really dry and brushes don't really help then, at least with my skin, because it tends to look streaky and also seems to bring out the dry patches a little more. I hate that. Blending this down my neck as well because I don't want to forget that. Moving on next to my concealer, and I'm going to be using this one. It's Revlon's Colorstay concealer, and I'm in the shade medium. I think this is perfect for Indian women looking for under eye concealers as well, because one, the price point is not too bad. I think I got this for around 600 or 700 rupees, and again this has yellow tones to it, which I feel helps correct my dark circles oddly enough. I don't feel like I need to use an orange color corrector underneath this. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of this. A little bit. I don't like to go ham on with my concealer. It looks very cakey on my skin. Flat side right here, and I'm going to be blending this right in underneath my eyes first. It works well enough. Doesn't cake underneath my eyes. My under eyes also tend to get really dry, so this one doesn't, you know, set that off. It actually blends beautifully underneath, kind of hydrating, though that's not how it's marketed, but it's quite hydrating in a way as well. I have some dark spots on my face as well, and so to help with that, I'm going to use this concealer again on those dark spots. So, did I say dark spots or did I say dark spots? Just that much, because that's enough. I feel like my base is looking pretty good right now. So to set that, I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder. And I'm in the shade Warm Beige 824E, if you're wondering about the number. And I love this powder. It gives a very natural skin-like finish. Of course, it doesn't have that yellow under eye tone or something, but I like the skin-like look it gives more than anything. So it feels very luxurious for some reason. I'm talking about the formulation, not the packaging. The packaging is plastic, but the actual product, I feel, is a quality one. And it's quite cheap too. It's a drugstore product, which I think is under $5, which, wow, I'm quite impressed with. So I'm just using this to set any of my concealed areas. Now moving on to the bronzer, and I'm going to be using this one. This is Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder, and I'm in the shade 02 Sunny. This has a very orange tint to it, so be careful with it. I have a love-hate relationship with this bronzer because I feel like it doesn't show up much sometimes, and sometimes I feel like it shows up orange. I hope today's not one of those days where it just shows up orange, you know, because will that be too bad? Even if some of my dark spots are showing through, I don't mind, because that's just me. I would rather look like myself than look like a very, very made up person. Says I when I'm wearing a ton of makeup on my face. Wow. But you know, I love makeup. It enhances my features and I love playing with it. It's colorful, makes me feel pretty, makes me feel confident, so why the hell not? So anyhow, I'm not going to be using a blush on my face just because, and instead I'm going to be moving on to my highlighter next. I love cream highlighters and liquid highlighters way more than I like powder highlighters, because I have texture right here, and even the slightest bit of powder highlighter just like that, it makes my skin look so texturized. I don't like that look at all. It just looks very fake. So I'd rather go for a liquid highlighter like this one. This is NYX's Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator, and I'm using the shade Gleam. So this is like a rose gold like shade, I feel, a rose gold copper mix, and it's beautiful and very flattering for warm undertones. it looks stunning on us. And what I love the most about this is the finish. It shows up, but subtly and also very naturally, which is what I like about this. So I'm not going to be using too much of it because I don't like too much of highlighter. That is a very odd fact because most people love highlighters, but I just don't. I don't know. I'd rather go crazy with lipsticks or eyeshadows rather than highlighters. That's just me. So dabbing this and blending this with the pads of these fingers. I don't know how well that shows up on camera, but it is quite subtle, and that's how I like it. So moving on to the next step, which is my eyebrows, and I'm going to be using this L'Oreal Kabuki Styler something. The name of the product has dropped right off. I don't even know why and how that happened, but it did happen. So I'm in the shade brunette or dark brunette, I don't know what it is, but it suits my eyebrow color. Doesn't look too warm toned or anything. I think it's a neutral brown, if that makes sense. But gotta be careful with this one because it's quite pigmented for a brow product. So I'm not using too much of it, though it might have looked like that. I just went over it with the lightest pressure, like just this much. And with the Kabuki side, which is like this, I'm going to be blending that product. And to do that, I'm going to be doing it like this. One, I'm going to be doing like this along the brows, you know, the arch. And then I'm going to be brushing it right back up like this, just to add some scruffy volume right there. My brows are naturally thick because I don't get them done ever. The only thing I ever do in terms of shaping them or anything is using a razor to trim away any extra hairs, you know, the rogue hairs here and there. Baby brow hairs, if that makes sense. So I'm quite happy with the way they look. They look naturally full, and that's how I like it. So now I'm going on to the last step of this makeup tutorial, which is this. This is NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment in the shade American Woman. And this is a nude mauve lip, which flatters my skin. This leans a little more towards a cooler tone, but I don't know, doesn't wash me out as such. The trick with using this one is using little bit of this, not all over the lips, because when I do that, my lips tend to get really dry. I feel like all the moisture is sucked out of it, even with a good amount of lip balm underneath. And also when using this on top of lip balm, it moves, it transfers like crazy. I hate that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that Smith's Rosebud Salve before I apply this. And I'm going to be taking a paper tissue like this and remove that. And then I'm going to be taking this just with the amount right in this. I'm going to be working it on the center of my lip, the bottom lip. Like that, just that much. And I'm going to be rubbing my lips. What I'm going to do is with the leftover product, I'm going to be outlining the lip corners. With that, I come to an end to this makeup tutorial. This is the green eyes and mauve lips look, and this is how it looks. I hope you like this tutorial. If you did, give this a thumbs up and please do subscribe. Also, I'd like to apologize if I sounded very amateurish, if I stammered a bit here and there, if I spoke unnecessarily, if I didn't show all the techniques, or if I didn't perform any technique correctly. It's because I'm still learning. This is just me expressing my interest in makeup and probably just sharing my ideas on what I do, and I hope to improve as I keep going on. So with that said, I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.